Oh, welcome back. This tree is still here. I didn't get rid of it. I kept replanting it, and I ran out of bone meal that was ready to use. And I had the sapling plant and walked away, and I guess it's grown in. So, first the good news, I'm feeling a lot better. That headache I had yesterday, that was bad and then got way worse and then improved to bad, and it's just about gone. Like, if I crack my neck, it kind of gets better instead of moving it all, hurting it a little lot. So there's that, which is cool. Also about yesterday, since yesterday was low impact, don't do anything bad, kind of stuff, I was talking about the, argument that Minecraft is dying, and I don't think it is. Still gotta fix that sometime. I gotta do this whole room, I don't know. Hi. I got a couple of things I can't figure out. One thing I did look it up, parrots eat seeds. So I don't know what was special about that prima donna. The thing that I gave like, what, 15, 16 seeds to, it just never ever became friendly. I don't know if it was, and the way the cat was stuck in the corner before I got it, I don't know what that was about. It might be a problem. It might be a problem that's resolved, but it's not a good thing. Something that's bugging me, I'm getting zombies everywhere. And there's a zombie spawner here. I don't know where exactly it is, but it's here somewhere. Right beneath me. But I took the torch out because it didn't have to be here. So this is 11. 10, as far as we can get away from the existing lights. And then there's even a light in the ceiling above it. We're just not... I don't know. There's nowhere they can really... It's not that zombies can't possibly spawn. That's really... I don't know why that's there. I'll get to it. Yeah. It's not that they can't spawn. Although, they kind of can't. I mean, this room should be zombie-proofed. All of the stuff in the ceiling is... There's no ledges up there where it's dark and they can spawn. Although that is what I want to do today, is get, here's where we were last time. This is the room I got finished while I was talking about what people thought Minecraft was dying, I think. But yeah, somehow they're spawning on this, these levels, making their way to the ladder. I don't know if they can actually descend a ladder, but occasionally especially if I'm down here, up here, triggering the spawner that's up there. Then I'll kill all these guys, get done, turn around, and there'll be, it's even happened before on that I've recorded. There was one coming at me here, all in armor and stuff. If I climb up, half the time there's a zombie, not this time apparently. There'll be a zombie, like, trying to get down the ladder to me. I don't know where they're coming from. And it's only zombies, and that's why I'm thinking it's maybe related to the spawner. I don't know. It's never skeletons or creepers. It's always just not... Well, Enderman would have trouble because the ceilings are, as of this instant, a bit low unless you're here. That's actually what I want to do today is, Did I mention that I made 64 of these? It's not a big deal. It's just what happened. I went into the end and tore at one of the pillar things a bit. And, yeah, that doesn't help. And, I guess it doesn't hurt. I'll just throw it in there, I don't care. Oh, I got a bunch of... 64 of these isn't... It's pretty expensive, but, I just basically need 8 stacks of obsidian, which take out a pillar, you get more than And I have a bowling ball factory, so I had the ender pearls. I've got a blaze factory, so I had blaze rods and then blaze powder. My thing today is I want to tear away at these ceilings, make everything... Why is that like that? Shouldn't that be... Oh, no, because I'm down here. If I were further up, it would be stone brick up there. I've got these ready in case I need to... if I accidentally punch too high, if I go 3 up somehow, which could happen, I guess. I want to be able to replace it with something that goes there in the end. And if it's a light, then I put a light up, because I have that too. So, yeah, I made a bunch of nether box things. Apart, and this is going to be a fairly boring... We're just going to tear through the ceiling. How fascinating. Oh, there's probably a reality show on cable about it. I really hate that there's so many slimes. I don't know if it's coming for me or if it's somewhere that it can't possibly, because it's, you know, above or beneath me. So, yeah, just to recap, I don't think Minecraft's going anywhere. I think it's going to continue to evolve. And we'll get things at least annually. That said, I've also been thinking, because I mentioned toward the end yesterday, that I'd like to see more like Pocket Universe stuff, like that sounds like a phone game, doesn't it? Bubble Universe. Like the Nether is a separate. I mean, it's the more I think about it, the Nether and the End. The Nether is just a biome. You know, the Hell biome. It's what it is. You can design a map that has it on in the overworld. In fact, sorta. Oh, that's special. What's this going to be about? I'm probably going to light this up just a bit. If I can. Oh, this is big. Hi. You're not where zombies are coming from, though. I mean, you could... Oh, wow, there's a few. Is there a spawner back there, maybe? That actually might... Well, wait, so they're showing up on other levels, though. So I don't know where the hell they're coming from. I just know... What? Oh, hi. How you doing? What? You're not feeling good? You fell into a pile of burning bones? That is too bad. Oh, there's something... There's gotta be. Is it just that I've got everything else lit up so well? How am I already at a... Oh, I suppose I am. Well, anyway, you can't get to me, so I don't care that you... So what's this? Damn it. Oh, it's a skeleton. Damn. Hi, die. Just stop it. And that's... Somewhere I've apparently been at some point. When did I do this? And did I film it? I don't know. Oh, I just did that. Found my way out. It is not impossible to get lost in these damn things. Alright, so anyway. What was I? Oh. So, yeah, the Nether is a... that's a really good... Actually, I don't even know... Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's put it there. If I'm wrong, I'll get it back later. The Nether is just a hell biome. The End, you know, if you think about it, is effectively Skyblock at night. It's just a big bunch of nothing. Void, really. That, you know, with stuff in it. All of which you can... Just about all of which you could actually destroy. There's a small bedrock element to that side. Oh yeah, that's a good point. I guess I don't care. Is everyone out of these things because I don't care. Good enough. Let's go. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing... What really comes to mind is like a water level. And everyone hates water levels, isn't the point. There's, I don't know when we got this. I haven't played with it too much. I think it's newish. It seems like what didn't used to be there. On startup, you can just randomly do a map, whatever. Or you can do a flat world. Or a... oh, you can set it up so that there's way more diamonds or no dirt or whatever you want. There's also presets, and one of them is kind of a water world. It's not ocean block, but I mean it's impossible. Yeah, you pretty much have to have cheats on because it starts you off invariably at the bottom of an ocean, and the top of the ocean is like level 255. So you have no chance of swimming up to get to the air before you drown, because it's like 200 meters up. You don't really have time to dig down. Like, you need cheats in any case, because like, maybe if you had keep inventory on, you could, you know, once per life manage to get a block, and at some point have enough that you could quickly construct something that would allow you to have air. But anyway, yeah, you really need to be able to go to, like, spectator mode and get up to the surface to really start playing that one. But, you know, I could see a couple of, well, one, you just have to have the, that, whatever the biome is, water biome. I mean, we have ocean biomes, and we're about to have more of them, but, you know, have a special portal that's not obsidian, and not the pre-existing end port. It could be obsidian. You just, you know, if you had obsidian and had to use, like, the new water plants that we're getting somehow, you construct something that you mix it with obsidian, and that makes it, or even if it were obsidian, but you use something other than fire, if you use some, if you had to, I don't know, fill it up with blue ice, whatever that stuff is. So, and then once the last block was in place, it activated. That'd be, you know, that sort of thing. It's a possibility, and then the entire thing would be underwater, so you wouldn't want to go in until you had, like, a Respiration 3 helmet and possibly potions, so you'd have time to start. Is there a Cessna flying over my house at midnight? I don't know. Or is that a helicopter? I don't know what the hell that is. They found me. So anyway. Then I imagine this is something that, like, would have an impenetrable lid. Not bedrock, because you don't want sunlight to get through, but something like, you know, glass that couldn't be broken, or some new form of, you know, transparent, well, basically an invisible barrier, really. Yeah, that'd be cool if we had, you know, just more. We got the end at some point. It's been a while. That's what I'm talking about. It just seems like, did we have the nether in the, I don't know if we had the nether, I don't think we had it in the very beginning, but by the time the game was officially released, we probably had it. The end kind of came later. It seems like we're due for a bubble universe thing, and a way to get there. You know, construct a portal out of dried kelp blocks or something. I don't care how you do it, but something that goes to the water world, fine. On the topic of presets, you know what I wish we had? And I've wanted this for a while. Because we do have, you know, you can do this ocean world that you can't survive because you can't hold your breath long enough to get anywhere at all ever. But if we had presets, especially if they were moddable presets, where, you know, it's like, here's what you want, and then also you want these characteristics. I'd love a skyblock preset. You know, instead of flat world or super amplified or whatever, it's, I want skyblock. I want the 27 square meter L shape with a tree, but then it'd be optional, you know, if you want, which tree do you want to start. I think it would be cool if you didn't, because who likes the oak tree, really? It's pretty boring. On the topic, we could use, you know, it's time for new trees, I think. I mean, we did just get the, well, just a couple of years ago, we just got the teleporty fruit thing, which, that's not a tree, though. You don't get it, I mean, you can get the fruit and cook it and make purple blocks or whatever somehow. But it's not something you chop down and get the wood. That's not a thing you can do. I mean, it seems like we need more types of wood. Like a walnut tree or something. We have dark oak, which kind of looks like a walnut tree, except it gives you apples, because of course it does. Walnuts would be neat. You know, it could be a food, but you can make like a slingshot. You want a slingshot in Minecraft? That'd be cool. It'd be a little like the bow, but it'd be a lot like the bow. Maybe it'd be needless. probably wouldn't help much. It'd be like having snowballs. Or it'd either be exactly like the bow, but without the arrows, or it'd be a weak snowball thing that didn't do anything. Maybe that's not a good... You know what I do want, though, is if you combine string from a spider, or spider web, with the sticky thing I just didn't pick up, you can make a lead. Give me a lead, but incorporate iron. So, like, somewhere between building a lead and building a tripwire. I want an iron and string and a, yeah, why not, slime ball or something that makes a grappling hook. Can you imagine it? Like, so you're down here. I can punch up right now. In fact, you know, however far, I could damn near jump up, and yeah, the ceiling effectively is right there. I'd like it if I could, you know, throw a grappling hook through there and climb up. I can do it with water right now. You know, use a bucket and just swim up. So physically, it's not impossible. It could be done. I'd like a grappling hook that allowed me, and you could even leave it behind and then use it as a kind of a ladder, rope ladder thingy. You know, that you could climb, or you could somehow reclaim it, and whether that meant breaking it or I don't know. The mechanics on it would be a bit weird. But it seems like that could be a thing. I wouldn't hate seeing that. What else? I'm just generally... I mean, a lot of stuff that I've kind of wanted for a while we're getting. A few years ago I was thinking this is similar enough to, like, Animal Crossing, but in 3D. That we should be able to dig up fossils. I didn't quite get what I was thinking, but I was thinking, you know, bones in the ground. And then we got that. We got bone blocks now. We got... and they, apart from coming from bones themselves, you can find big rib cages and things underground. Really big, by the way, like stupidly oversized. No animal has ever really been 10 meters wide. Not even whales, which we still have, in fact. That'd be neat. Let's get whales in the game. Oh, we can't. I mean, we could. I just realized what that... There's an implication. If you had whales, you'd want to kill the whale, and you'd have, you know, an accelerant whale oil. You'd have, well, whale bones would be about the same as any bones, I guess, maybe bigger. But then someone would probably complain about that. How dare you, we're trying to save these stupid animals. That would be ugly. Same for having elephants, I suppose. Or rhinos, yeah, rhino things. I wouldn't even hate it if we got dinosaurs in the game. Well, I probably would. I'd probably complain endlessly because it wouldn't look right. But when was the last time we got really a truly... Well, I guess the Phantom is a truly new monster, isn't it? Will be. If we ever get 113, in fact. But the water zombies are just zombies from the water. Which does change things. They can sneak up on you. No matter how well lit something is, if you're on the shore, you're going to end up with those things. I suppose. You know what might be fun is like a, I'm just thinking of monsters that could defeat the way I do things. That Minoc thing, the Phantom, potentially is going to get in my way. Because I have a habit of building a little, you know, basically 1x1 room. Well, 1x1x2. And hiding in there just to keep the game running if I want to have like the Guardian Factory running full time. I can stand there, walk away for however many hours, and it'll just keep stacking stuff up for me. Phantoms might complicate matters, because if I try to go outside, especially at night, they're going to be waiting for me. That's going to suck. I think it'd be neat to have a monster that could get to you, even if it couldn't hurt you. In fact, that would probably be best. But it'd be, you know, like a ghost, right? A little Casper thing. That came through the wall. Nothing to be done. It just comes in the wall, and there you are. That, like a ghast, but a ghost. I mean, it wouldn't be a ghast. That's a different thing. That maybe didn't hurt you, couldn't hurt you, but could just dick around with things. Like a poltergeist. I mean, like, Enderman already can pick up some blocks and move them on you. But the ghost could open doors, or, well, if it could open doors, it could set off traps. Or it could interfere with not break redstone devices, but launch them, start them up, whatever they do that could trigger that. Maybe the whole thing is a bad idea. Just, I think I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Not really. One thing I'd really like, and thinking more about presets again, because at this point it's like, here's a new block, here's a new thing, but the game itself never changes. Not really. Not the way it's played or started up. I'd like on startup to designate things. I mean, we have... Right now I can go somewhere where I never do it. Where is it? That, I can turn off all monsters. Which is a terrible idea because I get so much material from monsters that I rely on having. But I would love... And it's not in here anywhere. Well, maybe, I don't know. Natively... here's what I want. I love monsters. Let's have monsters. Oh, no creepers, though. You can turn off mob griefing to make creepers relatively impotent, but that also turns off villagers doing their jobs and whatever. There are commands you can use. You can have command blocks that say if a creeper spawns, it dies instantly and goes away. I'd like the ability to say no creepers, though. I don't want creepers in the game, ever. I don't, and I do, because I want the gunpowder now. That's a new thing, but it's true. But I would like the option to turn off a specific thing. Even if there's no good reason for it. I'm sure there's something I could want to turn off, like, I don't know, dolphins. If I don't want dolphins in a game, I guess maybe don't have dolphins. Something like that. Don't have spiders, don't have whatever. Don't have those stupid phantoms. I know I'm going to hate those things. I'm hoping to hell, I don't know for sure, but with I've got mending on this. I'm hoping well, it should stick in the way that, like, mending and infinity will stick on a bow if you got it early enough, which I don't have that. But because we're changing from cow leather, possibly rabbit leather, I never tried it, being a way to repair the wings, the elytra. We're switching it to whatever the hell membrane a phantom drops. Phantoms sound like they're going to be a little harder to kill, especially if you really want to this minute, oh, damn it, than cows are. So that has the potential to annoy me just a bit. Yeah, look out. Something's coming at me, isn't it? Maybe not. So yeah, if you want to know what I want in the game, I've got a few ideas. Not that anyone asked what I want in the game. What else could we use? I don't know. I'd like to see changes, not changes, but more options for things we do have. Like, just this right here, cobblestone, we have, in addition to stone bricks, we have baked clay bricks, we have nether bricks. I think we have, nether bricks combined with magma or something that glow. They have, like, the mortar in the middle is a glow-in-the-dark something. I don't know what it is. But what if we could dye stuff? Just a simple cobblestone block, or even a stone block, if you hit it with Silk Touch. If we could just dye various existing blocks, any of, 16 colors. I'd like to see what this stuff looked like dyed black, or white, or whatever, blue, I don't care. I'm colorblind, so it's not going to do me that much good, but it would be a neat idea, and it would, I would think, from a coding perspective, be a little easier. You'd probably want to keep, well, we have an infinite, well, what's that? That was just a background. Okay. We got rid of the limit on the number of blocks you can have, so I guess it doesn't matter that much. You know, I think it'd be neat, you know, dyed, or can you do that? Can I do dyed diamond armor? I don't think so. I can dye leather armor, which is, you know, kind of proves my point. Leather armor can be looking like anything. If you dye it the right way in the right order with the right stuff, you can make all sorts of stuff with it. Seems like we should be able to do something like that with, you know, stone brick or, well, stone brick, sure, why not, but just any block. Wood in particular. We have 6 types of wood planks right now. Well, 7 if you count the forthcoming petrified wood, but it still just looks like oak. But we could have... It'd be neat if you could effectively just paint a house. And I guess you can do that if you use concrete. Which implies that they might be leaning toward this already. But I think it'd be cool to be able to dye, stain planks. And end up with something really cool. I mean, because we do have the 6 different types of planks. But, and for all I care, it could only work on, like, birch because it's really light. You could, you know, or you could bleach it for, well, that would be just using bone meal as a dye. But I think it'd be cool to be able to make, you know, cyan planks, or slabs, or, you know, whatever. Did I actually, no. These are probably something I'm going to want, so I'll just get rid of that for now. There's a lot of stuff we could have. More animals would be good. Well, more animals are always good. There's almost no exception. Again, I'm not a huge fan of creepers in general, although now that I have a use for gunpowder, I guess they're better, or less bad. What happened? You're kidding. Fortune 3, what do you expect? Where am I on time? 27. Yeah, there's a lot of... I mean, if it were just me doing the game, and obviously it's not. I guess I could mod it. I don't want to... It's not just that I think it'd be cool, and I think it would be beneficial. I think people would dig it in general a lot more than just the game as it is now. I think it would be an improvement for most people. More than the combat update was, for example. No one likes that. Broke it. Why did I break it? Get over there and dump some of this stuff. I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff that could be added. More animals, really. You know, in a way we... Oh, you know what we don't have? Do we? We have turtles. Or we will have turtles. We have turtles. We have birds. But I don't think that's going to count the way people think. I want reptiles in the game. We got deserts and swamps. I mean, how come there's no reptiles as such? I don't know. Seems there ought to be. Like there could be, at least. Although, reptiles, at least these days, tend to be relatively small, so there might be a detail issue in trying to... Well, then again, we got the birds, which are in fact reptiles. Trust me on that, it's just true. They're Saurosaurs, Ornithodira. They're theropods, Saurosaurs. They're fairly tight, like in terms of, they're not that blocky. You know, cows are really blocky. The birds are pretty, the detail's a lot smaller. So it'd be neat if we had like iguanas, or piranhids, or crocodile. Well, yeah. Crocodiles could be neat because they would in fact be aggressive. They'd be kind of like polar bears, but not in the ice. That'd be neat. Let's have that. And yeah, there is a more creatures mod. At least there. I've never actually used it. I don't like mods as a rule. I really don't like trying to guess whether they'll work with whatever version I have. I'm always playing the latest version. Unless it's where we are right now, and then I don't want to play with the pre-release thing much because it's not ready. But, you know, the minute 112 came out, and then 112.2, whatever we have, I always set it to go whatever the latest release is. Mods tend to take a little while to catch up. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a mod for really the animal update. You know, would be great. Because I think the only thing we're getting in 113 is the Phantom, the Water Zombie, which I guess makes sense. It's, you know, last time we got the Desert Zombie and the Ice Skeleton. So it kind of stands to reason that you would, well, actually, I don't know. Maybe not. The, no one's ever come up, well, apart from like a charged creeper, but that's not a normal thing. I guess the witch is in its way just a transformed villager. Found that out with Chester in a different series. Yeah, I don't know. Could use more animals, especially animals with purpose. That's... Oh, you know, I probably ought to be thinking of it. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do I have coal? No. Oh, and I'm over time. Well, anyway, so that's a thought. We could, there's a whole bunch of, there's lots of room for improvement in, you know, kind of like raising the ceiling, I suppose. It's a pun. So that could happen. I don't know. Again, everything, it's never as easy as, hey, can we have this? I mean, everything is a nightmare for coding, and anything you add to the game has to interact with everything we already have. And that is a hell of a lot more bug testing than you could ever imagine. It is a thing that we could discuss, maybe. So, yeah, there's stuff I wouldn't hate seeing. I think it'd be cool. Now I'm just over time and still talking for like no reason, so I'm going to split. I'll get this and then I'll probably... it's boring enough, I might not jump into doing the other levels, and then... But at some point this will all be cleared out, everything will be 4 meters tall, and then I'll have the floor all replaced with this stuff, or, you know, ceiling in this case. Floor, ceiling, both. It'll all work out, I hope. Somehow, and then I gotta go down and do the whole basement the way I'm doing this, which will take forever. It will, in fact, be about as bad as clearing out the whole basement was in the first place, although my pickaxe is better now. Which, in fact, I probably ought to go down and sharpen. Or, you know, rebuild. Get on the ladder, please. Damn you. Oh, this is all looking okay. So, thanks. Yeah, let me just kill a bunch of these real quick and then I'll hit end. Are we done? Yeah, it's not fully going to rebuild the thing, but it's a start. Mending. Alright, anyway, I'll do whatever I can. I'm just going to refill this. Do what I can here for a while, and I'll see you next time. So, bye.